Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Do we have anybody from the Bronx in the house? All right, so do we have folks who are not from the Bronx in the house? Well, since I want everybody to be an honorary Bronxite, do me a favor. I want you to help me out with something I do in my community. I want everybody to throw your X's up real quick. That's something we do in the BX. Throw your X's up. That's what's up. Now, let me tell you why it's important that we all come together like this. I'm an elected official. I started in this building working in government as a student, as an intern for my predecessor, Ruben Diaz Jr., who is now the Bronx Borough President. When I came here, I didn't have an interest in politics. I was just looking for an opportunity to learn my way. And I was able to afford my college experience because of a program called SEEK, because my family couldn't afford to pay for me to go to college. But it was that state-sponsored program that allowed me that opportunity, that eventually brought me here. But even before that, I was blessed. I was able to live in many places. I studied in Puerto Rico. I studied in Peru, where my dad is from. I studied in Florida. I studied in different schools in New York City. I went to 3 different elementary schools, 3 different middle schools, and 4 different high schools. Every year, I was somewhere new. And it wasn't until that internship when I came to Albany that all of the different things that I experienced in my life came together, where I realized that the experiences that I had, and let me tell you, one of the greatest, the math that I saw in 3rd grade, 4th grade in Peru, the math that I was taught there, I did not see in a New York City school until high school. And let me tell you the big difference. In Peru, if you brought a calculator to school, you were considered cheating. Whereas some of my teachers would tell me, bring your calculators because you got to get through this material. And I didn't understand at a young age why the big difference. Why? I don't understand. This is the US of A. What's going on? How come in Peru I'm seeing a much stricter and stronger education? And the school building was better than what I saw in New York City. And so there was a lot that didn't make sense to me, and it wasn't until I came to Albany and I started working in government and I started seeing the difference between what people say and what people do. The fact that education isn't a punchline that everybody should get up on the stage and say, I'm here to support and defend. It's something we have to go out and act on. On this very stage, just about a week ago, we heard a speech. And in that speech, there was talk about monies for tech needs in schools, for smart boards and this and that. Really? Because some of us have been asking and advocating for funding to do that a long time ago. And people like the caucus and folks who are members of that and the chair of the education committee and the speaker of the assembly and many of the organizations that brought you here today have been advocating for that for a long time. So the fact that somebody finally is coming around to the theory is good. But it's enough of speeches. It's enough of punchlines. Education is not about that. Education is something that we owe to this generation, to each and every one of you. So let's act now. Let's put the money in the budget, and let's prepare the next generation. God bless you all.